Hi, I'm Nora, and we've got a big one here. I didn't mean it when it was big. Like, look at the size of the thing. It's heavy too, but you can tell it's a lot. I suppose to win a more with a Capcom Infinite box. I don't really get that, but then I just ignore that because this is it. This is the original Xbox and the 19 games, which is the important part because that's what makes this big deal here, especially worth it. Which, by the way, the deal was £70, which might be worth it. Why not? There's only one way to find out by opening this silver slacker, so let's get into it, shall we? Alright, got myself a knife. Let's just stab it in, shall we? Boom, we've actually got the top of that. So. I'm actually just going to put this on the floor. I think that'll be easier now. Since you've seen the box, we can now just go ahead and take all the contents out. A lot of the stuff in here doesn't seem to be that much packaged. That raises a bit of concern there. But yep, we have the Xbox TV controller. We've got the wiring here. This seems to be just the cable. I'm gonna put that right there. We've got the connection cords. A lot of this blue paper, which is pretty much just for cushioning, right? So I guess they did put some cushioning. So. But this is definitely nothing compared to that SNES. Here is the big boy. This thing's in loads of bubble wrap. So I'm hoping that's going to be good. And then we have all of these. Yeah, with every tea coin. I told you the games were the big part of this deal. Yeah, we got a lot there. And the controller. That thing's big, jeez. So this is it so far. I definitely want to look at the console and the controller, definitely. Those are my biggest concerns. Because the games, I mean, we can look at them after, but it's going to be quite hard to look at every individual one. But let's just go with the big stuff first and get the small stuff, shall we? Okay, this thing's ginormous. But the first thing I see straight away is there's definitely a lot of scratches on here. But it's also big. Wow. Like, I thought I made a bit of space to put this on my shelf over there. But I might have to reconsider that, because this is ginormous. But, yeah. Definitely a lot of scratches. This thing has not been in the best condition at all. I'll get a top book view. You got the Ethernet cable and stuff. Yeah. Overall though, I mean, it could be worse, but that's the main. The cables, they look pretty fine to me. They don't seem to have they're probably in the best condition compared to everything else in here. You got the remote. Feels normal. You got the battery part right there. You can see a lot of this is to me when I look at it after on the camera. But and then we have the big thing. This ginormous son of a gun. What? Why did it's so big? It really is. I want to take the wire off real quick. Here we are. Just so I can get a bigger feel for this. I mean, for me, I don't think the size is my issue here. It's more, I think it's more the trigger placement. It feels off. That D-pad is. Sorry, it's hard to commentate on this thing, really, isn't it? But that D-pad, that is really. See, this thing has a lot of dust too, but it's in a lot better condition compared to this anyway. Whoa. I'm so used to controls now that you have bumpers, and there seem to be like slots here. I have no idea. I haven't done much research on this at all. As you can tell, I'm the best collector in the world, but I'm guessing that's like, because you know all the systems like PlayStation 2 for instance, they had memory cards like this. I wonder if it's something to do with that, because Dreamcast, they had like their sort of memory card systems in the actual controller. So I wonder if it's like a situation like that, you know. But I don't really know how to fully evaluate like the prices of the console, but the games are pretty easy. We can just go to price charting and see the current pricing. So let's go over every single box here, so shall we? And we can just put the price on the top and let's calculate it to see how well we did here. Okay, now I was gonna do that, but this is post editing me. I just realised how fucking looking boring that clip was, so we're not gonna do that. You know, we'll just stay right here. So I added them all up. Now, first thing I want to know is how stupid price charting actually is. I thought it would be a good little tool, but no, because you can't even put half the defects on it. You can only put a certain list of them, which is stupid. So overall, I don't think it's a very accurate score anyway. But it got to around £47, which is a little disappointing, because when you notice the overall quality of the Xbox, I think it will end up adding to around about the £70, which is the price I ended up paying, which, you know, when you take that into account, it is a bit disappointing, because you always want to, you know, get the better deal, but in this situation, we basically got either the normal price or even a bit lower, to be honest. But I'm also upset as well a bit, because we got 17 games, not 19. I don't think I ever mentioned that, because I actually didn't remember fully the number, but that, yeah, this didn't go well for us at all. Plus, this video wasn't the best anyway, but hey, I mean, we still did it, huh? I'm still happy, because I didn't actually have this in my collection before, so I actually now have the original Xbox, which is a little big plus. So, overall, everything's all good. Sort of. Alright, so I went through it all now. Now it's one more to talk about here, which is the 50% bulletproof. It's just a case. I might find really interesting. Look. See. I can see. This is what you expect though, right? You expect, like, you know, they always don't have the best quality of stuff. And as a collector, well, first time, I'm not the. I need to say it's right, but as a original collector, you're not going to get the best deal. However, I still think this is going to end up adding up to be at least worth the money that I ended up paying for. Well, the real thing though is, where am I going to put this thing? Because here's my problem, right? Alright, so originally I was going to put it here, but you know there's a problem with that placement, right? Yeah. Like, this thing's like the size of the Atari. Like, what? I don't know where the heck I meant to put this. It's like, wait, can you put it sideways? No, you can't put it sideways. So I'll have to do a bit of shimmering around here, aren't I? Like, Firstly, I'm just gonna move this and just simply put it on the shelf. Because this is the place I want to put it. But I just want to move these things so it goes in like a nice little order. Okay. I'm also going to bring the Xbox One S up here too. And just quickly grab it. I want to be very careful. I don't want to break anything already. No, I think that looks pretty nice. You can't see the scratches on the camera, which is great for me too. But we have a big problem now. Where the heck do I put my Wii U? Right now, I'm kind of stuck. I have a Wii U, but I don't have shelf space. But speaking of the Wii U, if only I had a specific episode related to that I'm planning on recording about collecting Wii U. But anyway, that's not okay. I'm not gonna do that. But that does raise the question that I have no space, and yet I need something to put out there. It's just like my Wii U shelf over here, which keeps falling over. If I had something to keep it up, But I guess that's only a problem for another time, really, because this episode is really long enough as it is. But I want to say thank you. I tried to be a bit more energetic, really, but even though it's just meant to be some sort of time capsule, if people actually got willing to watch this, I might as well try my best, But if you did, that's good. You can subscribe. I'm planning to do like some sort of weekly thing right now until I run out of stuff to do. But that's really it. It's not like a dedicated channel or anything. But hey, it's whatever the future holds, really. But stay tuned for next week. Well, I might try and figure out what to do with this son of a slacker. Maybe I might have always figured it out and just timing you out. Why did everyone leave? Anyway, subscribe, whatever, who cares? There's a difficult channel, but it's not dedicated to this channel or anything. But I would appreciate if you joined. I might make one, who knows? Life is a mystery, after all. But anyway, I guess that's it for now. See you next week. Bye.